Welcome to the bottom of the barrel. To all you grubby groupers and floundering fans, to another edition of the Bottom Feeders Podcast, the first podcast dedicated to the last. Sit back and enjoy the blast and the rush of watching our team shrivel in the clutch or not showing up in games that mean so much. Here at the bottom, we talk about it all, every decision that led us to our downfall.
The backside of Brandon Moore to knock the ball out.
Quarterback arm going forward.
Welcome to the Bottom Feeders.
And we are live with the Bottom Feeders Podcast. Carson alongside Malcolm. Malcolm, how you doing today?
How y'all doing, people? Let's get it.
I am feeling a bittersweet sensation right now. On one end, we are coming off
sensation.
the amazing reality of the fact that the Patriots lost the Super Bowl.
Yes,
Which
they
is
did.
amazing. It makes me
Isn't
so
that a
happy
good
to
thing?
say that. It's a great thing.
It does.
The bitter part is today, February 15th, is the first Sunday without football
Womp, womp,
for
womp.
almost, 5 months if you count the preseason.
It's been a long day
Without
you, my friend. Yeah.
But here we are, Sunday of no football, which is sad. I mean,
Sunday, here we
not
are,
that
no
I
football
miss watching the
again.
Jets,
Stupid.
but man, it is.
I was gonna say
sobering
watching
reality.
the Jets and the Raiders is
Yeah.
the missing void in your schedule.
Yeah, but
Gotta
if
see
this is your
purpose in
first time
life
listening,
greater than the Raiders and the Jets
Yeah.
eventually. Yeah.
Yep. If this is your first time listening, this is the Bottom Feeders Podcast, a podcast dedicated to the last. As you heard in the intro, myself and Malcolm, we created this podcast to kind of be a safe space for both fantasy fans and regular
You're
football
welcome.
fans
All are welcome,
to
except Patriots fans.
vent. Except Patriots
kidding.
fans. They can go
Just
fuck
kidding.
themselves. But
you guys can lurk in the back quietly.
actually, no, Patriots fans,
Quietly.
they're having a rough time of themselves right now, too.
It's been a rough 1 year rebuild. I keep seeing that everywhere. Like, oh, it was a tough rebuild for them. I'm like, 9 months? The 5-month period we're talking about right now between February and whatever else? It's game time? September?
Yeah.
That was the
Patriots
rough period
fans.
they had to go through? Oh,
But-
man, suffering without Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
And
Patriots
I don't
fans
think the
gets me
Patriots
through a
have it.
headspace.
Yeah, I don't think the Patriots have it as bad as our fandoms with the Jets or the Raiders. But
Outside of football, I've been going through it. Shout out to the Warriors. Oh,
but I'll give the Patriots fans some credit. I mean, that was a pretty embarrassing loss in the Super Bowl. I did think it was a great game. I'll give credit to the defenses. I love a good defensive battle,
I
and
think
that was a
that's our
great one.
previous disposition showcasing itself.
Yeah, and
I
it's
love a defensive battle,
it's hard not
especially
to.
one won by the secondary. Oh, it was awesome to watch.
Here's something I'll say. I think someone else, maybe during the game, may have said it, but watching that game, the best player on the field was Christian Gonzalez. I mean, if the Pats would have pulled
There
off
were
a
2 or 3 of
comeback,
those plays that he almost made, and I
Yeah.
was just like, oh my goodness, the coverage, the ball skills, it was incredible to watch.
I think even if you without some of his plays that he did make, it's a blowout. Like he stopped a few deep balls, broke up a ton of big plays. Like he dominated. Like
He
leave
got
his
in
style.
there to deflect some balls that I thought were sure touchdowns, and I was like, okay, this is going
Yeah.
to be the swing of momentum that the Seahawks need to close the game, and constantly he shut the door.
And what I didn't even realize about Christian Gonzalez either is he was keeping up like pace by pace with Rashid Shaheed, one of the fastest
He's a track
players in the
star.
league.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't even realize how quick Gonzalez was. But I got to give him
I
credit.
was literally talking to my mother about this, but the speed differential between the number 1 quarters in the league is actually insane now because like it's increased over the past couple of years due to the fact that you have your Chris Johnsons and whomever else running 4-3s, right? Which now dictates on the defensive side of the ball. You also have to have a couple of 4-3s running around, and 10 out of 10
Yeah.
times it ends up being the number 1 corner and not usually the ones you think.
Yeah, it's pretty insane just how fast the game has gotten, which
But
is
just
usually
like Tyreek Hill, you might see them start to phase out of the league, just as quickly.
Yeah, those
because
speed
he's a core
receivers.
component of their defensive abilities. I
Yeah,
think Jalen Ramsey was one of those guys previously, but his physicality set him apart.
I mean
And now
Patrick
you're
Peterson
starting to
too.
see-
That be
Yeah.
one of those guys. He
hung around for a while,
did. So
and because speed and technique is just unteachable, So
yeah, interesting to see how that position group has changed and evolved within our lifetimes
Defense,
alone, let alone
defense.
back to the Dick Lane 14 pick rookie season days.
Shout
But
out.
as a Jets fan, it was a little sobering to watch Sam Darnold hoist the Lombardi
I knew you had
Trophy.
mixed feelings. I knew you had mixed
Uh,
feelings.
I'm happy for the guy. I'm happy he came against the Patriots too. It is kind of
You know what I'm
poetic.
saying?
Like
Right.
he went from seeing ghosts versus them on the Jets to
Slaying the dragon.
slaying the dragon. I think that's great for his arc, his story. And he's a legend forever now. I mean, he's a quarterback that won a Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, legend is a loose term because we also thought Russell Wilson was going to be a legend. You can destroy your legend in the next 5 years, 6 years. Let's see what he does in this aftermath.
True. But even then, like Russ was expected, like he had the expectations of a dynasty. Sam Darnold didn't. But I did see a stat. Sam
He had the
Darnold,
expectations after he won. Remember, he won. He took them to the NFC Championship as a rookie
uh,
in a
who?
third round pick. Russell Wilson.
Oh, Russ. I was thinking of Sam Darnold. I was like, hey, I don't remember
Oh
Sam
yeah,
Darnold
no,
Jets
no,
going
no,
that
no,
far.
no. The Jets couldn't fathom.
Russ, that's true. Well, yeah,
And
Russ.
that would break my mind too if I thought about a Raiders playoff run that never was,
Yeah.
except for Connor Cook, who lives in my memories, my nightmares equally.
Connor Cook, Matt McGloin, the good old
Oh
Raider
my
days.
gosh. Matt McMullen, Nate McMullen, somewhere in there,
Nick
Mississippi
Mullins,
State.
yeah.
McMullins, yeah,
Yeah. Wow, I
somewhere
forgot
in
about
there.
him. Mullins, that's a name I haven't heard in a
I
while.
try, I try, I try.
So, well, Malcolm, I know it's early, but we just watched the Seahawks defeat the Patriots. What is your this time next year? Who do you think we're talking about? Who's beating who in the Super Bowl a
All
year
things
from now?
considered, I think the Rams on the NFC side. And then on the AFC side, that depends on whatever the heck emerges from the AFC, because the Bills look like they could be on a resurgent run. The Ravens might end up rebounding and find some success next year. I still don't think you can count the Chiefs out. The Chargers suffered injuries this year, and they suffer injuries every year. So maybe this next year is a year that they figure it out. I'm not even really considering the Broncos because Bo Nix is going to take a while coming back off that ankle.
Yep.
But their defense is still really, really good too, depending on some offseason realignment. And I don't know, like the AFC is a much more murky picture than the NFC. The NFC, I think it's very clear that the Rams are on the forefront, but obviously we saw this year within their own division, they're not even the favorite necessarily. So,
Yeah. I mean,
and
I
The Eagles are still there in the background, kind of just like,
hey,
hey,
Eagles
we
get a
are a
good
defending
OC that
champs. We
works
could
the
also
offense.
figure it out on the offensive side of the ball. Absolutely.
I'm gonna say it's going to be This is going to be a weird one because we just watched a season where defense dominated the league. I think it changes gears. I think the league overcorrects, and we're going to see Bengals,
Dude,
Lions.
I knew. See, why did I know you were going to say the Bengals?
I still
You and this
believe.
Jamar Chase thing.
I
Gosh, let
still
it go,
believe in
man.
Burrow. I think there is no, to your point, the AFC is wide open. There's no clear favorite. Patriots are going to have a much harder schedule next year than
You
they
sure
had
you're
this
not a
year.
Bengals fan? They might have converted you in the offseason. I can
I
see it.
mean, I'd
You're a
say.
closeted Bengals fan. You can come out here. It's a safe space.
I would say if the Jets were to stop existing, right? They
If
just
they just were to
disbanded the
stop existing, they
franchise.
might as well have in all
Maybe,
you guys'
yeah.
hearts and minds.
The
Jeez.
the Bengals, they would definitely be on my short list
Look
for
at
my
that
next
Reds poster
fandom.
prominently next to
Right? Like
his
it
Joe
would make
Namath poster.
sense.
Like it's there. The correlation is there.
Yeah, like it
I don't
makes
understand the
sense.
connection to Cleveland, but you know what? It's okay.
That's just Nick Chubb. You
That's a
gotta love
fantasy
Nick.
allegiance.
You
Yes,
gotta
I
you gotta love
understand.
Nick
I
Chubb. That's a
actually do
great guy.
understand the correlation. But you
Yeah.
know what? For the sake of the show, I don't get it. Why Cleveland? Why Ohio? Huh? What is this obsession with Ohio you have?
Cincinnati, you got Chase and Burrow, when healthy, most
Unbelievable.
dynamic quarterback receiver
You
combo in
are
the
almost
league.
Allegheny born and raised, and of all of your lineage, you betray your lineage for Ohio?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
my Allegheny County
All of
family
Philadelphia's and
hates this.
Piscataway and Pittsburgh, everybody, we're upset.
Eh.
And collectively on behalf of the Keystone State. We're ashamed. We renounce
Yeah,
our
but
ties to Carson.
I like Cincinnati. I think if they stay healthy, I think Burrow and
Unbelievable.
Chase and T. Higgins. Chase
How
Brown.
you gonna pick the team with the fake number one receiver? We still haven't finished it. Justin Jefferson. What is the gap in between Justin and Jamar? I don't know, and I don't know if that's for us to decide, but I think there is one.
I think the gap is clear. Justin Jefferson is not quarterback proof. We saw it this year. Jamar Chase was still putting up yards with fucking, what was his name?
Jake Browning
Jake Browning. Thank you. Yeah. He was putting up yards with Joe Flacco.
for a closeted Bengals fan,
I think every Bengals fan across the country has tried to erase Jake
I
Browning
see
from
you're
there.
keeping the disassociative portions of your Jets identity intact for your Bengals
Yeah.
fandom. That's healthy. That's
But
healthy.
shit, I guess I would in the AFC at least. I'd either be a Bengals or a Titans fan
It's
because I
okay,
love
man.
Cam
That was
Ward.
the
With all the
Chargers, as
respect
I've
to you.
explained before. You can always root for them to be mediocre. They'll never
Yeah.
overachieve there.
Well, it's
That's not a conflict of interest ever.
not at all. So if you weren't a Raiders fan, like if the Raiders just disappeared off the face of the earth today,
Chargers, because they would be the default LA team. That's what I'm saying. Like I
oh,
would
so
root
you're
for LA.
but you would go back on your own division? Like I'm not saying the
Oh,
Raiders never existed. I'm
my
saying like
secondary basketball team is the Lakers. Like LA. I feel an allegiance to LA. Period.
yeah,
And
but
for
then why
sports.
not go to the Rams at least? They're not in the division. You
That's
don't
what I'm
have
saying.
to
They
deal
weren't they
with
weren't in LA at the time. At the time they were St.
oh,
Louis.
that's true. That's true. Okay.
And then the Chargers had LT and Drew Brees. So I was like, all right,
That was
close
a fun
enough.
team.
That's
Sean
my California
Merriman.
allegiance. Oh,
Yeah.
lights out. You know what I'm
That's a good
saying?
team.
So
Yeah. Okay, I get it. That's
the
fair.
time period lined up. I wasn't living.
Uh,
St. Louis, Kanye wasn't like that big, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
yeah.
know. I wasn't even
Fair.
heading to Nelly.
Yeah, no, that's it. Hey, I respect it. Well,
Although, shout out to St. Louis.
I know we talked a lot about other teams. Two teams we didn't really talk about. You did a little bit. Broncos and Bills. So
Ooh.
part of our off-season segments, we want to try and
Yes,
prepare for the
sir.
draft.
You need to cut him.
We want to look ahead to the draft and kind of go back at each team's history and do a keep four, cut four
He's a
first round
keeper.
picks. Because first round picks are what define the future of a franchise, right? Where you
Absolutely.
That's what you bank on. It's what you get the fans excited. It's how you sell tickets in the
This is what
offseason.
we did this offseason.
Yeah. So we have
Tickets to
each
the offseason is
prepared.
something only a Raider or Jets fan would say.
Yeah,
That
right.
first preseason uh camp is awesome though. It's always full.
Oh, I love it. I love it. But so
Shout out to Florham Park.
last week we did Jets and Raiders, keep four, cut four, first round picks since 2000. What's interesting about this is we are only doing this based off of their tenure with the team. So lots of great players had success on a second team, doesn't count. For the franchise, we want to do a keep four, cut four of their first round picks. So Malcolm, I got some Broncos prepared for you since
And I got some
2000.
bills prepared for you.
Yeah. Do you want me to ask you first, or do you want to ask me first?
Let me go first on this one.
Like me asking you, or
I'll ask you. I'll ask you.
you ask me? Okay, all right, sounds
Yeah,
good.
let's get the bills out the way.
Yeah, I'm
I
happy
have a
with
feeling the
that.
Broncos is gonna get a little ugly.
Broncos was
It
interesting
might
as I
be a
was going
stampede,
through them.
a thrashing, if you will.
Hey, nice. I see what you did there.
Yes. Okay.
But all right.
First one up, 2003. The year is University of Miami. Willis
Oh,
McGahee.
dang, Willis McGahee. What's hard with McGahee is I remember
Speaking of
him.
stampedes,
So this is actually a fitting pairing we have because I kind of remember him more as a Bronco than I do a Bill. Maybe that's just
uh-huh.
my age,
There might be a correlation there.
but I wonder. I think he was with the Bills for 4 years. I know he was good with the Bills. I'm gonna keep him.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep McGahee. I don't know for sure his numbers, but I felt like I remember hearing about those first few years as a Bill and him being a beast. Also, I know
A
who he was in
descent into
college.
Buffalo.
Yeah, keep him McGahee.
How low will he go, Buffalo?
All right.
Number two, 2006, the year is Dante Whitner. Safety.
Wow. Oh, I remember playing with him in Madden,
Hmm.
but I mean, I'm trying to think. I know Josh Allen's probably going to be coming. I'm
Could be.
trying to think what other big names were there.
Although, remember what I did with Sam Darnold and the Jets? You never know. Kind of
He did get
curveballs
me. I
this
was
guy's gonna
talking.
do.
some people think it was the right choice to keep Darnold from what I've seen in the comments and whatever last week, but I don't know. But for this one, I'm gonna cut Whitner. Great safety,
Okay,
but he wasn't really like a longevity guy. Like he had like one really good year, and that's it.
that may prove useful.
Yeah.
Number three, 2007, running back out of University of California, Marshawn Lynch.
I think I have to cut him. I mean, look, Marshawn Lynch, he was decent as a Bill, but
All pro, decent.
he was all pro with the Bills. Damn, I did not
He
know
and
that.
Willis McGahee had very similar tenures. They utilized them very similarly too, as far as their level of productivity, and then also shipping them while they were high.
Yeah, but here my issue with Lynch is you think of Marshawn Lynch, you think of beast mode Seahawks, and I just can't keep someone who's not even remembered as a Bill. So I'm gonna cut Marshawn.
Fair
Weird
enough.
as it is to say that sentence, I'm gonna cut Marshawn Lynch. Save up, hold out for
Okay.
better spots.
Next one, 2011, Marcel Darius.
Dang, he had some good years.
On the Bears, on the Bills specifically.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It feels weird to cut Marshawn and keep Darius,
This is
but
where the decision to cut Marshawn. I did not. All the predictive models I made,
I'm
cutting Marshawn
gonna
was not included. This
I'm
is gonna
gonna
get
I'm gonna
dicey.
keep I'm trying to think. They don't have a big pass rusher that was drafted by the Bills. I can remember top of my head. I know Josh Allen is coming. Lee Evans was a name I was thinking of keeping because Lee Evans was a Bill legend,
That
but
would have
I
came up
think
too.
I think he was back in '02, so I think if the way you're doing it is kind of linear, so I don't think I'm
It
gonna get Lee
is.
Evans. So I'm gonna
This might be some sound thinking.
yeah, I'm gonna keep Marcel Darius because he was just so
Okay.
good on the Bills.
See, now I gotta. Where's my pen at? Fuck. Ah, he got me.
Yeah, I don't know if
So
I'm doing this right, but
we kept Willis McGahee,
we kept McGahee, we
and you
cut.
kept Marcel Darius now. Okay.
Yeah, so far I have two keeps, two cuts, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's the next name? Who we
Wow.
got next?
Stephon Gilmore,
And see, here's
2012.
here's another guy that like Marshawn Lynch. You think of Stephon Gilmore, you think Patriots. Like
I
that's
think
where
AFC East.
fair. I mean, he really spent a lot of time with
And then
those
that
two.
odd year in Carolina where I was like, is he Josh Norman now?
Yeah, I forget about that. But like he won his depoy with the Patriots. I think all of his all pros were with the Patriots.
Couple with the Bills too, I think. I'm not sure though.
I'm not
Like
sure
one or two.
either. I feel like again, I think for the same reason, if I'm gonna cut Marshawn Lynch for that reason, I have to cut Gilmore for the same reason. Like you think of
Who
Gilmore, you
need to
don't think
cut
Bills.
him?
So let's cut Gilmore. He had his best years not with the team for the
Wow.
Bills.
Number six is a doozy.
Lay it on me.
Wide receiver at the University of Clemson.
Sammy? Sammy
Watkins. Swats,
Watkins.
swats, swats.
I mean, he just
What? What? What?
so if I cut him, I'm forced to keep the next
For
two
the Spotify
players,
audience,
right?
I'm catching balls in a crazy way. Wink.
If I cut him, I have to keep the next two names, right?
I would suppose that is how cut four, keep four would work.
Yeah, but Sammy just wasn't. He was kind of a bust. Like, sure, he like did he ever even have 1,000 yard season? I don't think he
On the
did.
Bills, I'm not sure. The
For any
Bills
team,
have
even.
a very, you were right to assert earlier that they have very interesting tenures as Bills and then also becoming all pros in other teams. They might have had a season or two where they had all pro seasons on the Bills and then they were no longer on the Bills. So
Damn, I
it's
really
tough.
regret. I really regret cutting Marshawn Lynch.
I figured they
But
might.
yeah, but I'm gonna have to stick with the strategy I've been going for. I gotta hope Josh Allen's coming, and then maybe CJ
Cut,
Spiller.
cut, cut.
So I'm gonna cut him.
Oof.
So I got
Yikes.
two names left. I'm keeping both of them.
Well, the two names that you have left are 2017, Tre'Davious White. It's a good one.
I don't hate that. He was really good for the Bills. He
I don't
was
know if he's
great.
better than Stephon Gilmore at any point in his career, but he's good. He's a great pick. It's a great
Yeah.
pick. Great,
On the
great pick up.
Bills though, like
I gotta make you second guess a little bit. And then
yeah,
2018, you got your man, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Okay. So at the end of the
So
day, I kept
it was
McGahee,
McGahee,
Darius,
Tre'Davious White,
Tre'Davious, and Josh Allen.
and you got rid of Dante Whitner, the Hitman, Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode, Sammy Watkins, what?
That's an
And
interesting list. And cut
yeah,
Gilmore too.
it's tough.
I think if I
Stephon
could do
Gilmore,
it, if
who I
I
already passed over. Yikes.
going back, I wish I kept Marshawn and uh cut Tre'Davious. I think Josh, McGahee, Marshawn, and Darius. Like Marcel Darius, like he was a beast up the
Almost Hall of
middle.
Famer. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely Ring of Honor player for them.
I should have kept Marshawn. But such is life.
Nonetheless,
Such is life. I may have cowed that. But all right, I got some Broncos for you now. Are you ready for this one?
time to wrangle the herd.
The Broncos are interesting because they don't have
I'm sure this list is about to be busted.
they got some interesting guys. So I went interesting with this. So first name up, I don't know the years. I didn't do it in linear order, so it might be all over the place for you.
Dun dun dun.
First name up, Jerry Judy.
Cut. We're just gonna cut.
Yeah. Where did he go after?
Browns.
Did he go straight to the Browns?
I think so.
Yeah.
But who knows? He had a
Crazy.
roundabout trip either way.
Yeah. Didn't do much with Denver. It kind of just never panned out. So you cut Judy. Next name up, Paxton Lynch.
Cut.
I forget about the Paxton Lynch. Like he was a first round pick at
I don't.
quarterback.
I do not. I do not let any Denver fans within earshot forget about Paxton Lynch or Brock Osweiler or any of those previous decisions that they made. And were touting it over me like, this is the year. I'm like, okay.
Like Paxton was
I
supposed to
feel
be
very
good.
similarly about Bo Nix, but I think he has obviously a lot more upside when he's healthy.
Yeah, if he ever gets fully healthy
It's a
again.
perfect example of Broncos quarterback, though.
Yeah. All right, so you've cut Judy, you've cut Paxton Lynch. Next name up, Patrick Surtain.
Keep.
Yeah, that's that's a pretty good start so far. Surtain, best cornerback in the league, in my opinion.
It's gonna get ugly, but this is not one of those ugly decisions.
This is where the list gets interesting.
That's the
Some
pivot.
decisions.
Is this the slope? Oh no.
All right, fourth name up, Demarius Thomas.
Keep.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
legend. I mean,
Hall of Fame receivers after this are gonna hurt to cut, but it's gonna have to be what it is. DT
nah,
came up first.
I mean, realistically, one of the best plays for the Broncos, at least in
Tebow
our
time.
lifetime. Yeah, Tebow to Demarius Thomas, overtime against the Steelers, 75 yards or whatever it was.
Incredible. Watched it live.
Watch that one live. All right, next name up. I wasn't going to do this to you like I did last time. Next name up, Von Miller.
Keep.
Yeah,
Keep.
that's
Damn.
future Hall of Famer. I know last week I got
Tough,
you.
tough.
I got you with leaving Mac at the
Khalil
end of the
Mack
list.
was brutal. I'll never forget. Okay, sorry, Khalil. Sorry you got traded to the Bears, and I'm sorry you're on the Chargers now. Okay, it's all our fault.
Yeah. Next name up. So far you have cut Judy, you've cut Paxton Lynch, you've kept Patrick Surtain, you've kept Demarius Thomas, and you've kept Von Miller. So three names, only one keep left. Next name up, no Sean Moreno.
Unfortunately, we don't have to cut him. If
He
it
had some
means we have to
good
keep
years.
Jay Cutler, it is what it is. I can't, in good conscience, knowing that you're reserving another player.
Yeah, I mean, no Sean Moreno. He
great.
had some great years at running
One of
back.
three names that when I was developing the list on accident for you, I was like, okay, nah, that's probably going to be an automatic keep.
Yeah,
I
like
can't
he was never
believe
a
I'm
top
cutting him right
five.
now.
He was never a top five running back, but he was always like at his
Him and
prime,
Monty Ball.
top half of the league.
That
was
was
a
a decent pairing.
fun tandem. But all right, so you have three keeps, two cuts, two names left. Next name up, Bo Nix.
Is this Bo Nix versus Jay Cutler? I'm
Could
reading
be.
my facial expressions. It absolutely is. Bo Nix. Give me Bo Nix. Give me Bo Nix. Give me Bo Nix.
You're
Give
gonna
me Bo
keep Bo
Nix.
Nix.
Keep Bo Nix.
Hey, I
Keep Bo
mean,
Nix. If it means not having to keep Jay Cutler, I made the right decision with no Sean.
hey, almost went to the Super Bowl. So in this keep four, cut four for Broncos first round picks.
Oh,
So far, you have cut Judy, cut Paxton Lynch, kept DT, kept Von Miller, cut No Sean Moreno, kept Bo Nix, and your final cut,
dun dun dun.
Tim Tebow.
No worries. No sweat off my back. Thank you,
Yeah,
Bo. We believe in Bo. Bo
that's
knows.
that's honestly a perfect list. Looking at
It
that
really
now, like that.
it's the surgical precision that you need as a independent observer,
Yeah, no.
clinical
Oh,
clarity, let's just call it.
I really thought I was gonna get you stuck with Tebow. I thought,
Oh no, no. Once I heard Bo Nix, I was like, that's the best franchise quarterback they've had since Peyton Manning.
I mean, it's not saying much. Like,
No, it's the same conversation we were having off air about
yeah,
the Jets, the Bears fans and Caleb Williams. You know,
yeah. Well,
hey,
I
you broke Jay Cutler's records, yay!
Yeah, well, I'll give you credit. This week you definitely outlisted me. Although I think I got you last week with making you cut
Phew,
Khalil Mack.
it was
So
brutal. I started thinking a lot deeper about the exercise.
yeah, it's a fun one. But all right, well that's gonna do it for the first half. We will be back after the break to kind of take a
See you
look
after
into
the
the
break.
future, from both a fantasy and a real football perspective. But yeah, we'll see you guys after the
Let's do
break.
it. Bye. Like and subscribe.
In pastel shades, hues are faded. Those colorways so outdated. Lost in the ways that you played it. Lost in the ways that you made it. Lost in the wave of my greatness. Drowning in haze of the faintest. Loud to the face, got me faded. Had need a chase and we wasted. Told on my waist, won't display it. Just in case, won't explain it. Love to my haters who hate it. Trust when I say that I made it. In pastel shades, hues are faded. Those colorways so outdated. Lost in the ways that you played it. Lost in the ways that you made it. Lost in the wave of my greatness. Drowning in haze of the faintest. Loud to the face, got me faded. Had need a chase and we wasted.
And we are back with the
Yes,
Bottom Feeders
sir.
podcast. Carson alongside Malcolm.
How you doing,
And
beautiful people?
we were talking during the break about just some of the greatness, the short-lived greatness of Todd Gurley,
Very short.
and debating whether or not he's a Hall of Famer. And you were saying yes, Malcolm, right?
Tiptoeing into the hall. Yes.
Eh, I mean, it's hard with Gurley because he didn't play, he only played 6 years. But I think
But his
Terrell.
numbers comparatively are right up there with all the greatest running backs.
Yeah. And hey, Terrell Davis, I mean, he only played 7 years and he's in the Hall. So, I mean, It's
Barry
interesting.
Sanders as well.
I wanted just to show this. Terrell Davis was the first name I thought of. And if you look at the comparison, I mean, they're really neck and neck. I mean, if you combine rushing and receiving yards, they're both in the 8,000s. And touchdowns, Gurley crushes him. But then this is where I mean,
Those
Ter
seasons with Denver were insane though, with Terrell Davis driving the bus.
yeah, I mean, nuts. I mean, he won one MVP, two Offensive Player of the Years. Although Gurley did finish second in MVP one year. Like different era back then, it was much
I think
easier
having
for a
Tom Brady
non-quarterback.
to compete against is tough.
Right, right. Also back then, running backs won it more often. Now it's a quarterback award essentially. Like different eras, different
The
measuring
context
logistics.
makes a great case though.
Yeah, I never really thought of him as a Hall of Famer until you brought it up. And like, look at the numbers. I mean, three All Pros for a running back, over 8,000 scrimmage yards,
His
almost.
dominance was definitely dominance, and it defined the era,
Yeah. Oh, it did. I mean, his
and I
peak.
think
I think in our lifetime, he might have the greatest running back peak aside from
I
maybe
would
Adrian
agree.
Peterson that we've seen.
Yeah,
Maybe Sean Alexander, maybe
Marshawn with the
Derrick
winning,
Henry.
you know,
Even I would
having
put.
having signature plays in winning moments is that's what I would characterize that as.
Well, that's Marshawn is kind of a moment. Uh, like a moment hog. Like he's great in the big moments. Yeah, he had one or two really good years with Seattle, but not compared to Gurley years. Not close. Not up there with AP years. And like,
Again, I feel like
AP,
Gurley defined the era.
he really did. He really
And
made,
Trent Richardson and a bunch of other backs that maybe were compared to him pre-draft did
yeah,
not and pan out to have the careers that Gurley ended up having.
yeah. So interesting. I still
Will Saquon join the ranks though?
Saquon, I guess that's the thing too, is if you put Gurley in the hall, you kind of gotta put Saquon in the hall. And like, I don't know if I want to put Saquon in the hall just yet.
Super Bowl champion Saquon Barkley?
No, like I think right now, Derrick Henry for sure, Hall of Famer. Christian McCaffrey, I think for sure, Hall of Famer.
It's getting kind of crowded.
And that's really it though. Like I don't know if I want to give it to Saquon. I don't know if I want to give it to
No love
who
for
else
Chris
even would
Johnson.
I? I mean, he is CJ 2K. I mean, he is 2K for a reason, but I don't think you can put him in. I mean, running backs are tough to make the hall. And
Larry
Gurley,
Johnson,
Larry Johnson, what a name. He was
Lamont
a
Jordan.
beast. Priest Holmes.
Yeah.
You got some names if you want to
Well,
dive
Damian
deep.
Thomason's already in, but that's the same era.
Yeah. God, that AFC West was so stacked.
So stacked, stacked,
Those early
stacked, stacked. I tell you,
2000s.
stacked. I tell you. Being a Raider fan has always been tough.
They even had wasn't Clinton Portis on the Broncos at
Clinton
that
Portis,
time?
uh,
Yeah.
Charlie Gardner, 2005, around
Yeah.
there too.
Jeez. I
Yeah,
mean, and the Raiders had none of those names really, but
Charlie Gardner. That was our guy.
you snuck him in there. I don't know if he's up
You
there with
know?
LT, Portis,
No, I don't. I also don't agree that he
Priest
is, but
Holmes, Larry
he played at the same
Johnson.
time.
He
I do
did
know
play at the
that.
same time. I don't know. But all
Of
right.
the era.
Well,
He's of the era. He'll forever be
uh,
of the era.
speaking of the Raiders, let's do a segment we do every
Clint
week. Our fan corner
Hawkeye.
check-in. You
Let's
got him.
go.
You got Clint
We got it.
Kubiak.
The target hit the mark. Let's go.
Yep. You guys held out for a while.
Nothing but hope and hope. Hope, and more hope. That's it. I
You
ain't got
know,
no negativity, not a negative bone in my body. We're just rooting for Clint's success and the marriage of Clint and Mendoza to be one that brings us some winning down the line. Not right away. I don't have any expectations.
mm,
I better see Mendoza's name on draft night, #1 overall, quarterback out of Indiana University.
yeah.
That's it. That's all I want
And
to hear.
that's what's your take on? I mean, I think I know your take, but I've been seeing a lot of rumors about Max Crosby getting traded. And I think the way the season ended, he probably wants out.
What do you think my take is?
I think you want to keep him, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
From the franchise that let another Hall of Fame, perhaps pass rusher and Khalil Mack walk out the door, I do not want to see them let him go only for us to restructure the organization and end up figuring out in the next couple of years to need a pass rusher.
No, fair. I mean,
Just
he's
go ahead
one of the
and
best.
ride out the wave. You've already been riding some tough seas up to this point. The autumn wind is a raider,
Yeah, I
something
mean
like
it's.
that.
But you guys got to do. Clint Kubiak's got to do some serious damage control if you want to keep Max Crosby
I mean,
happy.
they got coffee, so that's a start, right?
Yeah, hey, fair. And Mendoza hopefully kind of inspires hope for that franchise, but I mean that's the issue with you guys is you gotta at least have the hope of Mendoza. Us over here in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
What's going on
I,
over there in East Rutherford?
oh
I
well,
hear all
first
planes
off,
are grounded.
yeah, first off, Aaron Glenn has cleaned house. And I
Sweet,
think
sweet.
22, I saw an article today, 22 assistant coaches or coordinators have been fired by Aaron Glenn. I
It's
didn't even
been
know
a
there were 22
long day.
coaches. Like, I'm doing the math
Bookends.
in my head. I'm like, all right, you got the coordinators, special teams,
Hey, you
receiver
gotta. It's a player.
coach.
It's that is a player. It's a coach per player.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, receiver coach, DB coach, linebacker
All
coach, D line, O
the meta
line, tight
guys,
end.
the
And
metadata guys. Sorry,
it's like
guys
I'm
and
doing all the
girls.
math in my
I'll
head,
see
and
y'all
I'm like,
later. Don't let the door hit you.
I don't even know we had 22 coaches to fire. Like, so who's left? Is it
Now you
just
have 22 new coaches. We gotta look at it in a positive spin.
I will say, I think a lot of people have been shitting on the Frank Reich hire. I like it. I'll be honest.
He's a likable guy.
Man was a decent head coach. He has a good offensive
Decent.
mind.
Emphasis on defense. Decent.
He was hired as a head coach
And defense
because of his
deficient.
offensive
That's
mind.
all other thing that came to mind.
But hey, defensive deficient, that's what Aaron Glenn should be good at, right?
And therein lies the question.
I think it's good that they had a proven coach ahead of the offense as opposed to Aaron Glenn's friend from Detroit.
Hey, ultimately, I think we've seen the entire Lions operation was Ben Johnson on the offensive end. Dan
Yep.
Campbell, to his credit, is definitely still in a very astute offensive mind, but I think he had deferred a lot of that responsibility of organizing that offense and those coordinators who admittedly are all seemingly good coaches, but individually
Yeah.
were functioning as a mechanism and now apart are learning how to function as components. But the only one that's able to replicate that success has been Ben Johnson out of that tree.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting to see just I mean I feel like you got someone like Dan Campbell, he's a culture guy. And hey, sometimes for a head coach you got to be a culture guy. Mike Tomlin built his early success off of it. Rex Ryan did it with that. Dan
I
Campbell's
think the
done it with
struggles you
that.
see from them stem from the fact that Glenn and Johnson were huge components of that, though, and
But let's
each one of them are struggling to establish an identity in the new franchises. I think Johnson on the one end has been winning, right? And offensively is more sound, but has aspirations for that defense to really be better so that they can ascend to where they want to be, right? And Glenn is sitting up there looking at his defense like, what's going on? I really thought that this was going to look a little bit different when it came. I knew it was going to be difficult, but like, I really think also too that's why the fan base being so hard on him is interesting because I think no one's probably hard on himself on him than himself right now. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like he really probably had some different expectations for that defense, and at the tail end of that season, they looked atrocious, and they really started to put it together in the middle of the season. So I thought that it was going to finish out a little stronger than it did. So
Yeah, rough go for the Jets, but hey, we
I
have
think
two
I
picks.
think they can rebuild. I think they got it.
We
Yeah.
have
What
we
about
have
these two
th
picks?
we have three of the first 35 picks. Like
What's the plan?
I
What does Carter
want
say?
I think he's brought up the Miami guy at number two, which I love Ruben Bain. I know people are saying Arvell Reese, the Ohio State guy, is the best
Yeah.
defender in the draft.
No.
Um, for me, I still want Caleb Downs. I want us to trade
Huh?
down from two. I don't want to take him at two
Down,
because
down,
we can
down, to
we can
down.
get him later at like five, six, seven, eight. Like he'll be there.
Down, 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 down.
So I'm happy to trade back, take Caleb Downs, get some more picks, and then at
Absolutely.
16, hope one of the big three receivers is there. Whether it's Lemon, Carnell Tate,
I think
uh,
Lemon will be there.
I'd be thrilled if Lemon was there.
And I
I
think
think
he'd be
Lemon
a
might be
perfect
the
jet to
best.
go with Garrett Wilson,
Yeah, either one of
his
those
route running
three.
technician.
Yeah, either one of those three I'd be happy with. What's the other guy? Arizona State.
Ah,
Oh, Tyson, Jordan Tyson.
okay.
I know he's been he has like the high ceiling, low floor kind of guy this draft, where like he could go top five, but he could also be in the first
I
round.
saw the tape on Ted McMillan finally, and I was like, okay, I understand why people have been so hyped about Arizona, but I'm still kind of questioning that program as far as their ability to create pros.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. I mean Tyson, he has the body. Lemon is who I want. I'll be honest. Lemon,
The
Carnell Tate.
productivity and the tape to match.
Yeah,
That's what I kind of look at. What I think the Jets need to where they need to go in the future. What's worked out that worked out for them in the past too.
the only justification for Carnell Tate is keep it Ohio State locker or
I was
receiver
gonna say,
room.
yeah.
Like that would be cool. I mean, I don't know if did he ever play with Garrett Wilson? He may
I don't think
have.
so. Him
Maybe
and
like
Marvin Harrison might be the overlap.
yeah, maybe he was like a red shirt best case scenario with Garrett Wilson
Either
there, but
way, I like the continuity, perhaps.
yeah. I mean, it basically just hope one of those three are there because if they're not, I have no clue what we're gonna do at 16. And I would say go tight end then because I do
You
think
don't like Jeremy
I
Ruckert or Mason Taylor?
well, I guess that's the issue though. Is we took Taylor last year, like where it's kind of like
And Ruckert
yeah,
previously, who has yet to really show himself.
right. I mean, Rocker's basically a
He has under
fullback
Henry
now. I
level
feel like
potential. Yeah. But
yeah,
like, or use check, just as far as utility wise, he hasn't proven to be
yeah.
ineffective. He's just proven that he needs to be using in a more effective manner.
And there's a debate too. I don't think it's possible, but there is a world where Jeremiah Love falls to 16,
That would be interesting.
and I don't see how the
And
Jets could
that's
pass up on
no
him.
brainer. Yeah.
I mean, hell, even if he's there at like 13, do we
Might have
trade
to
up and
trade
get
up
him?
with some of the picks that you guys utilized to trade down.
Yeah, I mean, we have so many picks, and even if let's say we trade down and get that, yeah, yeah, yeah. My perfect Jets draft, we
Hit me with it.
trade down from like 2 to 6,
Okay.
get like maybe like a future second and a third back this year. Because I don't think anyone's gonna be giving up any future first to move up because there's no quarterback involved.
Really?
Yeah. But 2 to 6, get a second next year and a third this year. Maybe some more pieces here and there, like some day three picks. Take Caleb Downs, then use maybe that third round pick we got this year to trade up from like 16 to 10
Okay.
and take Jeremiah Love. Or maybe 16 to 11. Because I think the contract payoff from 10, the jump from 10 to 11 is huge, I think.
It's huge. Yes.
So maybe trade up
I
to
like that.
11. If Love's there, do it. If Love's not there, because Love could easily go like 5 to the Giants or something. And I'd be like, okay, fine.
Speaking of potential drafts, are you ready?
I am ready. It is
Dun it, dun it, dun
the
it.
NFL season is officially over, which means the time for fantasy football mock drafts.
Begins!
It has begun. So, what we wanted to do was just kind of get a feel, give you guys a taste of what the first 6 picks might look like
Dun,
going
dun,
into
dun.
next year. Next week we'll do the second half of the first round.
With some guests, maybe.
Yeah, maybe get some people on here, draft. And I know it's way too early, but it's never too early to start thinking about fantasy football.
And way too.
So, what was it? I'm doing 1, 3, and 5, and you're doing the evens. Okay, perfect. So, first pick of our way too early 2026 fantasy football
Anticipation builds.
mock draft is
Boom, 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 boom.
running back, Atlanta Falcons, Bijan Robinson.
Bum, bum, bum.
I think, look, this guy's a receiving threat. He's a beast in the backfield. The Falcons' offense started to explode second half of the season. I mean, Bijan carried me to a chip this year in fantasy. and I have no reason to believe he's not capable of doing it again. I think the running back position in fantasy is so valuable. Sure, there might be receivers who are better, but there's a lot more receiver depth than there is running back depth. I'm going Bijan 101 in fantasy this year.
Well, that makes my job a lot easier because I would go based off of especially our league history, but then just in general, any league's history. This guy's more likely to be off the board later. So Jamar Chase, let's start strong.
Oh, receiver one, Jamar Chase, best receiver in the league.
Supposedly.
I mean, you're choosing him as the best fantasy receiver in the league.
I think
Well,
dependency tends to look like that sometimes.
yeah. Hey, I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, this is one of those weird scenarios where I think we are set up for. I can't remember the last time in fantasy where the same two players are top 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of are. Bijan and Chase are just
The
elite.
upside is too much to deny within the
Yeah.
outset of season.
I will say there are two names I think could crack the top two in fantasy this year. And
Is
I'm
one of
gonna
them number three
take
for you?
and I'm gonna take one of them at number three in our way too early fantasy mock draft. Half PPR league, just for viewers out there, it's what we're
Reference.
thinking about. But I'm gonna go with Puka Nakua.
Wow. And then I'll make it easy. Number four. Number four would be JSN.
JSN, hey, that's fine. That's JSN. Ironically, not who I was thinking might crack the top two.
No.
Um, I mean, JSN is
In
like
our league
this.
though, and other PPR leagues, I think that would be the trigger.
Yeah, I think in a lot of leagues you'll see JSN go in the top four, top five in fantasy. I mean, offensive player of the year. I
Once
mean, it's
Puka
hard to
goes off the
argue against
board,
him.
if either one of them interchangeably, I feel like somebody's going to reactively take one of them.
At 105, I'm gonna go with another running back, and
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go with Jahmyr Gibbs. I
Wow.
think he just has so much boom potential. I mean, the man had like multiple weeks over 30, 40 points this year. And yes, he had some duds.
Excuse me.
Yeah, like I think 2 weeks less than 5 points, but that happens in fantasy. Take away those 2 weeks, he was dominant for so much of the fantasy season. David Montgomery might not be back with the team next year, so that
I
backfield
don't
could
think it's
be.
a reach, but I don't know if it's not grabbing off the top shelf. Um, six, speaking of reaches, I think this would probably be more close to 10, but Christian McCaffrey
I don't hate it. I really don't.
in a PPR league, his receiving upside is obviously,
I mean, what
proven.
is interesting with CMC
And
is
injuries are the only thing derailing him from being an actual first round pick year after year.
next year he's gonna be 30,
He's been
but he also,
oft injured his whole career. So at this point, I feel like him aging at this point is just kind of something you've accepted with the fact that he's already going to
yeah.
miss some time
I mean, that's
or going to
kind
miss
of
some
the issue with
perspective.
CMC every year is, hey, if he stays healthy, you might win the league.
And I feel like yeah, and the snake at 6, you're looking to get value in that middle position every
Yeah.
single time. And if CMC's there, that's somebody hey, there might be some down weeks, but at the same time, there's going to be some up weeks where this is going to look like the best pick in this round.
But
So
you know what? Looking at it, the order might be a little off. Um, but I do think these are the six best names in fantasy. Like I
there are going
do
to be some
think,
reflexive positions within those 6 too.
yeah, I think the only player that might not should go in the top six, might not should go in the top six would be
Okay.
CMC just because of the risk.
Like I said,
But
10.
but I think he could go six. I think he could go five in some leagues. I mean, he was the best player in fantasy this year. He led the
We briefly
league in
touched on it, but
fantasy.
running backs being so scarce, I think if Gibbs is off the board early, that's going to spell some danger for a lot of people in a
Yeah.
lot of leagues because the other running backs that are available around that position are going to be gone
Right.
quickly.
So if you did not take McCaffrey at 106, who would you go in this way too early draft? Like, is there another name that really pops out to you? Or
Maybe CeeDee Lamb.
yeah,
It
CD's not
depends
bad.
on what I think the Cowboys are capable of, or for example, a Saquon is always there.
I mean, I know he had a down year, but he is still Saquon Barkley.
He's due to have a bounce back, I think.
Yep.
You know, and
I mean,
picking
it's
the top
also
10 is not crazy anywhere.
yeah. I think maybe
Early in
not.
the top 10 might be a little bit crazier than others, but
Yeah, maybe not the sexy pick at 6, but Amon-Ra.
I'm on Raw too.
I
I could
mean,
definitely
he's
see that.
he's consistently a top
That
6
is if you're
receiver.
high on Gibbs too, though.
Yep. I
That
mean,
depends on
that's
how high you're on the Lions offense, which I think is a smart bet, but maybe not the
yeah.
safest.
What's interesting with the Lions offense, we started to see it towards the end of last year. Jamison Williams, he was getting a
Wild
lot
card.
more involved. A
Like, why does he
lot
have the ball
more.
so much? Oh, because he's scoring every time he touches the ball. And Dan
Yeah.
Campbell's not an idiot.
We even saw Isaac Tesla. I mean,
Emerged at the end of the year.
he was a touchdown machine. Laporta was out for most of the year too. He's coming back. So the Lions pass catching room, let's call Gibbs a pass catcher. I mean, you got
It's
Gibbs.
looking a little crowded now. Now that you mention it.
I mean, JMO's great. I mean, Laporta comes back healthy, totally changes like Amon-Ra's 14 touchdowns or whatever it was. Like he seems to have every single year. But so yeah, Amon-Ra not the sexy pick, but a safe pick. I think he's guaranteed for 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns every year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, so that's it. Our first 6 picks. Way too early fantasy mock draft.
Way
Bijan,
too early.
Chase, Puka, JSN, Jameer Gibbs, and then CMC at 6.
Way too early.
If you guys got any of your own comments about way too early
Who you got?
fantasy thinking next year, you guys take issue with that, let us know who you got. We want to hear about it. Is it CD? Is it Amon-Ra? Is there a name we're not even thinking of right now that should be in the
Split my
top
mind.
6? Could be rookie running back Jeremiah Love.
Dun dun dun.
But
Dun dun
that
dun.
is it for this week's episode of the
Game
Bottom
of
Feeders
love,
podcast.
love.
Malcolm, you got any last words for the people before we sign off?
Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for enjoying the vibe. If you stick around to the end, you cannot contend with that subscribe button. I don't know. I was on one
Oh,
there.
you were going so well there for a
Just
second.
dove off the.
It was like you had the
I mean,
rhymes going.
I
you
feel
had-
like a USA Olympic figure skater right now.
oh, just falling at the worst possible time,
Oh,
stumbling
yikes,
over
got
your
the
words.
reference. Oh no!
Yeah,
Shout out to Team USA though.
yeah. Shout out to
Peace.
Sweden and Canada. Sweden and Canada, fun curling match. Watch that if you haven't. But thank you guys so much for watching.
You have
Like and
a gambling
subscribe, like
problem.
Malcolm said. We will see you guys next week. Peace.